Hello, hopefuls. Hello, hopefuls. Let's check in, check in, check in, check in. I am so happy to be back on and ready to speak because we are right in the alleyway of the holidays. And I haven't been on as much because I've been speaking at events in person, which I love, and it's really cool, especially since many different organizations hire speakers to come speak. So it's been fun for me, and that's what I have been doing, a bit of why I haven't been as present. However, I'm here now. I'm really to speak about taking care of yourself, especially during this season. How to take care of yourself, how to give yourself grace because it can be challenging. And this may probably be my last live prior to the holiday because it's a challenge for me, and I'm giving myself all of the grace that is needed because this will be the first holiday since my father passed away last year. So, with that, I'm growing through what that is and what that means for me and how that is affecting me in this time. But I definitely wanted to get on briefly and speak to everyone, see who's on, do a little holiday check in because it can be uncomfortable right now. And I know during the holidays, not everyone may celebrate the holiday of Christmas, but it's still the end of the year. It's still possibly a time where families gather, and it can bring up feelings that may have been dormant for the year, or just discomfort that sometimes you feel around this time of the year. So I'm sharing this because I'm really I'm growing through what I'm learning, and it is a challenge. This is a really challenging time for myself. I'm giving myself all of the time and space I need because it can be difficult. And I really came on here to speak about that difficulty that you may feel during the holiday, the difficulty you may feel if you've lost a loved one during this time. It can be difficult, and to give yourself what you need. Now, for me, that is just time. Sometimes my 100% is what another day would look like 30%. Sometimes that means that the day means just being able to get up out of the bed and take a shower and take a walk. And I share this because to speak about grief and to speak about growing through the challenge of losing a loved one is a space of power for me. And I speak that as my truth. It's challenging. Um, and if I have to release tears or cry, I just allow it. And I'd been speaking at events all this week, so I've been really busy and in transit and doing what I love. So it's the mix of both. It's the mix of being able to do what I love, as well as taking that quiet time when I was traveling or the quiet time when I wasn't on the stage to be with myself. Thank you, Dead Poets. And I saw you've been coming live. That's really great. I enjoy seeing any creator take that challenge because that's all it takes. And we all have something that's worthy of being heard. So getting past that challenge of starting is all you need. And I saw you online reading. I popped it into your live. You didn't see me, I believe. You were looking down at your book, but congratulations to you. I know it can be daunting, but I've seen you've been posting and you're on live, and that's a great feeling, and it's a big accomplishment. So just continue. So yeah, this has been a challenging time, even for me, Miss Positivity and Motivation. It has been a character building time. Oh, that's excellent. I'm glad I've given you some inspiration. The fact that you've taken whatever I've provided and took the challenge is a blessing, and that's what I seek to do. So you have showed me that me showing up has inspired someone else. So thank you. And even seeing that, and let me talk about that, because as I said, I haven't been on because I've been speaking at events in person and traveling to events, which is great. It is the goal. But the goal is also to speak on here and on my YouTube channel and to inspire people just to try. That is my ultimate goal, to inspire you to try. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's on the biggest stage or on here with one person or no one. No one knows what it takes to do this. And let me be really frank. Most people won't. And the people that may critique you secretly love that you're doing it and wish they could. And I don't speak too much about opposition, but I face it as well. And I give it compassion because if you are an entrepreneur or just independent, I would never expect anyone who's not independent to give grace or compassion or understand the difficulty it is to go out and do something that you want to do. And it's undescribable to, like Dead Poets Jams was reading, I believe it was your journals or a book, that takes an element of pride within yourself, because you have to say, I like myself enough to just say, F this, I'm going to do it. And as I said, most people won't. Most people don't even understand the challenge it is just to be seen, just to be heard, just to see their creative element flow out into the world. Because sometimes it's not even about what you get in return, it's the fact that you've done it. And a lot of creators just want to create. Of course you want a return, but sometimes you don't want to plug in. It's harder for some to go to a regular job and do something they hate compared to their creative endeavor, which fuels them and which allows some sort of outlet. And if you've been in my lives, you know that prior to this, I was a flight attendant, which I loved, and I always loved it, but I always knew it wasn't mine. And my father was an entrepreneur. My dad always encouraged you having something of your own. And it was not a struggle, but there was a back and forth because I loved it, but at the same time, I'm not building equity for something that was my own. And I did. I had other projects that I did on my own, but it was so important for me to have something that I would build. And it doesn't mean you have to rush off and leave your occupation. That shows the element of passion to say, I'm going to work this until it is supplementing my life. And thank you for liking the live. And in this time, as I've said, during the holidays last year, December 27th, my father, who was 76, died. And I'm still balancing that out because our emotions are stored in our body. So as much as I prepare myself for success every day, the emotion and the feelings of what I was experiencing this time last year are still coming up. And I love to talk honestly about this because we all experience something similar. And I have the tools. I journal. I'll allow a expression of tears. I will go for a walk and then get into my mode to uplift. And it's a balancing act. And as I started this live, I said it's challenging. It's challenging. It's challenging just because this is a first. This year will be the first year without my dad, and I love my dad dearly. I still feel his presence, and it is a challenge, and it is a beautiful sense of inspiration to look back over the year and see that I've consistently shown up. And that's a part of it, to keep showing up, to try. And the more that you show up, the more that you try, the more that you have that repetitive nature of whatever creativity that you have, that's a muscle. It becomes stronger. So especially Dead Poets Jams, keep showing up. Yeah. Yeah, and even that, I'm in the sun. I'll be traveling. Like I don't celebrate the holiday. I don't celebrate any holiday really, and so with this holiday, what I appreciated was the gathering of family. And I'll accept a gift. Let me say that I will always accept a gift. I will accept a gift. I make gifts for my nieces and nephews, or I got a lot of things off of TikTok Shop with my purple tickets for them. But most of the things I either make or they're secondhand. But it's kind of BS to me, the holiday, aside from the family element. I don't buy into it. And just the ability to look back over your year and see how you've grown, to see how you've shown up for yourself, to see how you have continuously stepped into your positions of power. I am incredibly different from the speaker and the human being that was speaking to you last year. I'm still introducing myself to this new version. I'm still giving myself grace for showing up completely differently. And it's a beautiful thing to see your own growth. What's up, T? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have you come on live today? Or are you coming on to battle later today? And the real message is like, F the rest, just keep going. Just keep going. in the challenges in this year, yeah, I know the energy. And tomorrow is the winter solstice. Tomorrow is the winter solstice, so it's like it's almost like a changing. There's a lot that's being purged on a spiritual level. I do remember, was it last year? Maybe it was the year before. On the winter solstice, I was with someone like in a river in the rainforest in Maui, and it was like incredible because I prefer to be outside. I don't. Yeah, and there's that part too, because and I'm jumping around, but that part too, being a strength. Maybe you've just found your comfort. just because just because you're family does not mean you are my friend. That means nothing to me. Um, family, yeah, Maui is majestic. Maui is home. Maui is incredible in every way. Even that, because I stand firm on that. I have always been taught to know family is everything. It's not to me. My selected family that I love is, even my chosen family, which could be friends of mine. But sometimes the element of family isn't, doesn't have the connection. And that's okay. I am empowered to say that, and I'm empowered to share that insight. Like, so what? Family, it only means what you allow it to mean. But yeah, tomorrow is the winter solstice, which means what? It's the day with the most amount of darkness, the most hours of darkness, which technically means we start acquiring more light. We're going back into the light. So you just may feel that shift and a lot of deeper feelings, that darkness. I've been experiencing it. I've been feeling it, and I just allow it to come up. I don't suppress it. I don't say, where is this coming from? I just allow it. And I'm empowered because, as Dead Poets Jams has said, I've seen some other creators or people that I know show up, and I love it. I love it. I love when anyone says, I'm going for it. That's the point. And it's never the option of like, will I be judged? Because by the time you get to the point of showing up, you've kind of embraced that part. You've kind of embraced the part of the judgment. It's the fact that I've done it and it feels good. Of course, it may feel unwavering or uncomfortable. And the more that you do it, the better it feels. And I've seen a few people, and whether I'm the influence or not, the point is you did it. If I'm the influence, great. I don't take credit for that because you still have to take the step to do it. And it's incredible. So be proud of yourself or any creator for getting on a platform that may just help somebody. It takes a lot to put yourself out there. It takes a lot to show yourself. It takes a lot because most people want to be in the audience and they're spectators. They will not be on the stage. And remember that. And I'm encouraged by that because you are not the only person. I have another page, and I had woke up to a message where a young lady who had been messaging me for about the past 6 months about her journey to become a flight attendant, and she wrote me a long message saying, with your encouragement, I received 2 offers and I'm starting my flight attendant training. Thank you so much. You don't know how much this means. And it was like the most incredible feeling because I had no idea. and it was the first thing I read, and it was like, sometimes we may judge ourselves for, I'll speak specifically for social media. If something gets no likes or 100 views or how many views it gets, it doesn't matter. You never know who it may impact. And that impact changes people's lives. And the fact that you decided to show up is the biggest impact of all. So continue to impact by just showing up. By just showing up. Because it takes courage. It takes courage to live. As I said, most mofos, they're not courageous in the sense that they want to do what's safe. If it's safe to go clock in with the job, and if it's safe to stay around people that they don't know, that they know don't uplift them, if it's safe to be around family members that don't uplift them, if it's safe to not show up as yourself, then they will continue. So when I speak of being courageous, that means like it takes courage to be you. It takes courage. It took so much courage in every difficult choice. It took courage for me to leave the airline. Most people would never do that, let alone, most people aren't even going to assume they can make a dream or a goal come true. But to put your money where your mouth is, to put the pedal to the metal, to essentially bet on yourself and say, yeah, I'm stepping away from this and I'm fully going into this, is not going to be done by most. And that's not a brag, that's just the truth. It's going to take something more. Thank you for the rose. For a person to really show up that fully for themselves. That is you, Dead Poets Jams. That is you. So show up. And even in this time of the holiday, give yourself grace for showing up. Give yourself grace in anything. If you don't want to buy gifts, don't buy them. If you don't want to go to the family gathering, don't go. If you don't want to talk to whatever family member, it's okay to put up your boundary. But so often it's thought, I have to, because no, you don't. No, you don't. You absolutely do not. Do not force yourself to be around people that do not respect yourself, do not create comfort for you, for your body, for your energy. No, I don't care if you're my family. Just no. And the added layer, as I've shared with the loss of my father, is with that, I'm even extra like leaning into my no. No. I fully stepped into my power this year. I thought I already was, but I really am. And the power is like this deep divine space where it's not a space of yelling and raising my voice. It's a knowing. Yeah. Well, it's not. It's just that you had been practicing the opposite. So once you start practicing how you show up and not running away from you and not running away from your comfort for others, you will understand that it's not hard. It's just unfamiliar. It's unfamiliar to tell people no. I will tell people no. No, absolutely not. And it's not in a space of maliciousness. It's just no, because that's not what I choose to do. And tell that and say, I'm proud of myself for saying no. I deserve to say no. I deserve my own well-being and comfort. I don't deserve to ensure that you're comfortable, because I've been doing that for so long. I don't even know what my comfort means. And it's a part of loving yourself more. It's a part of respecting your journey. Yeah, and guilt and shame is a part of it, because I believe guilt is from the outside perspective, shame is inner perspective. So guilt is like, or it could be it, the opposite. But one is for, I feel guilty because people have told me this is what I should do. Shame is like, I feel shameful because I was taught to do something. So yeah, I don't feel any guilt or shame for telling my mom or sisters no. I say that multiple times a day. A day. But I've also been really independent. I'm at my parents' house now, but outside of that, I've been really independent. And even as a, I wasn't a defiant child, but I would easily tell people no, even as a kid. Um, I've never had that problem. No, just no. It comes out in other ways, though. It comes out in with the safety of my body, because I made a piece of content on here that shared, if you're not safe telling your parents no or your family members no, you probably won't be safe telling anyone no. A colleague, a partner, a friend, no. Once you can get past that element of telling the people in your family no, you can tell anyone no. You can tell anyone no, and it is a worthy specimen to be able to show up for yourself and say no without explanation. Not no because, just no. And that's it. It's just a no. It comes with age, it comes with just mastery, self-mastery, and it's a beautiful element. And there will be a little pushback, there will be a little resistance, there will be a little of, oh my gosh, I said it. But that, after the first few times, starts to fade. And then others will also see, oh, we can't do this anymore. And it's the same with me. At times I didn't know. I overstep all the time. I overstep boundaries all the time. So when someone sets a boundary, I don't argue with them. I just realize that's a boundary. I believe the world is mine. Everything is mine. So I just say, I can do this. I can do, because you can. I just live as freely, but a bit of that comes from knowing I'm not doing things out of the expectation for others. I'm acting fully within expectation of myself. Of myself. And even me not jumping on the live, because I probably won't come on this weekend. I may, but I've been speaking in person and traveling, and then holidays and feeling whatever comes up. I give myself space. I give myself space and allow myself to just feel. Can you hear me? Yeah. But that comes from knowing oneself. You have to know yourself. And knowing yourself is asking, is this actually what I want? And trusting the answer. Not, am I going to make them upset? Thank you. Not, are they going to not like me? Not, are they going to turn around and talk about me? None of those things do I care about in the least. At all. Because to love and accept myself is to know I'm worthy of the choices that I make, but I'm worthy of saying no. No, I'm not going to do that. And thank you, Mahogany Muse, for the follow. I have been a muse before, so I like that. But also listening to yourselves. As I've shared, most people don't listen to themselves. And I had an experience where my mom had made some breakfast and she was going into her room, and I came out of my room to open the door, and she like screamed and jumped. I said, "What are you afraid of?" She said, "Everything." And what I felt was I, at one time, probably embodied all of that. Because if you're just afraid of everything within your own home, not knowing your daughter's just opening a door for you, how does that feel to go out into the world? If you're afraid within your home that this beautiful woman that comes out of this dark hallway, who's actually your daughter, could be an intruder, how does that show up in your body when you're actually at the grocery store or in the world? There's so much that we carry. And for that to come out, like, to be able to say no means that you know yourself enough to know what you would say yes to. Look at my red nails. Beautiful holiday red. You know I love my red. I would also encourage, I don't know what all this is, finding, maybe you've been, well, not really, but most people, even that, okay, let's say, because I don't ever believe that any harm is coming to me, ever. And as I've traveled the world, nothing would come. So let me say this, and I've always said this, especially Americans are really afraid. But even if your doors are unlocked, just carrying in your body that something may happen to me that's fatal is incredibly hurtful to your psyche in every moment of the day. Every moment of the day. The fact that you simply believe you could be harmed at any moment of the day. And I understand it. I do understand it. Also, this could come from other places. Sometimes people have been violated. I do understand that. But let's say in a religious aspect, and I've shared, I am not religious. I am not a Christian. I'm an observer of all faiths and respect any point of view. I'm a humanist. I'm a humanist. But let's say in the Christian element, if you have accepted him into your life, what is there ever to fear? Because you're always covered and protected. And I'm sharing this because this is really, if you I walk through the world powerfully. And I remember someone saying, I don't think you understand. You walk like you have a powerful walk. You walk like you know where you're going. You're looking forward. You have a stride. You're very graceful, but you walk with power. It's because there's nothing I fear. And I also believe anything that may present itself, I always have a solution. I believe that there's always a solution. Now, I've also been in some precarious situations. I've said that many times before, but that's also a part of it because I've experienced so much really on my own. I know how powerful the human mind is, but how powerful you are when you just believe you're powerful. I just inherently believe it. And this is really my message to you. Just believe it. Yeah, I have the solution. The solution is in me. The solution is me. Yeah, when my car, why would you fear God? I wouldn't even fear God because again, if you're made in its image, if you're made in his image, that means you're fearing yourself. Why would you fear yourself? Are you afraid of your power? And that was an incredible story because it really showed me I believe in human beings. I don't believe that anything is out to get me. I've seen strangers all around the world help me in every way. There is no what I would be. That's okay. That's whenever someone says what if, I still feel like I'm okay and I would have the solution regardless of what situation that you create, of every solution that you've created. And I've been in some precarious situations all around the world. So again, to the person who said you should only fear God, first of all, I don't fear anything. There is nothing in this universe that I fear. Whether it's death, I don't fear that. This is why I live the way I live. This is why I would walk away from a career knowing that I can recreate the most beautiful life because I can. The fear is I can't do it. It won't happen. I will fail, so I'm not going to leave. No, there's nothing that I fear at all. Do you hear what I'm saying? Nothing. I don't know. This is your belief, Marvin, that it is more powerful than human. That is your belief. And again, as I've said, if you are made in his image, then you are the same power. I don't even know who Pennywise is. I don't fear anything. So you can continue to say these things. I don't fear anything. I will say again, I am not going to speak on, I am not going to speak on Christianity, but that may be a reason why I do not if you are made in its image and you actually have command, you can act as your creator. Your words are the same as his. What are you fearing? And more so, why don't you understand your power of creation, especially with your words? Because, and I'm speaking specifically in the Christian faith, the Bible tells you that. So when someone says, well, you know, I'm just not even going to speak on that. What I believe is we are powerful when we believe. I don't outsource my power to anything. My power is me. My power is my words. My power is my belief. That is my power. My power is my belief. My power is my belief. It's similar to having the faith the size of a mustard seed. You have to believe. But if you do not believe, then you don't have any power. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I've been trying. I have my new look. And this is Olipop tubing mascara. I have it on my page. And I love that. We have a choice in power. No, you have a choice in power. I am power. You have a choice in power. I am power. That is the difference. I just am it. If you have to decide, you have no power. You have no power if you have to decide. No, I'm power. My words are powerful. My thoughts are powerful. I don't have to choose. I'm it. There is a difference. And this isn't an argument. This is simply my belief and why I'm always sharing how I see things. It's not, this isn't for you to share that same belief. I just inherently believe I'm powerful. And I see it time and time again. But I believe that I'm powerful. And I believe in the power of my words. And I believe in the power of my thoughts. And I just believe in me. What else would I believe in? Do I have to outsource it to something outside of me? Absolutely not. No way. The moment I have to outsource my power means that I have to wait for it or I have to ask for it. I don't have to ask. I don't have to ask. If I am it, if I am made in his image, then I am co-creating. There's that. I didn't mean to come on here for so long. I'm going to, I do believe in me. That's all I've been saying. I believe in me. That's what I've been saying for the past few minutes. You should, and should isn't a thing. It's not an action. It's nothing. It's so I'm not going to stay on too much longer. I may get on later. I've just been traveling and speaking, so I'm a bit exhausted as well as flowing through these times. So I did want to pop on quickly. As I said, I may come on later. I probably won't come on this weekend, but I wanted to let everyone see me. And yeah, I may definitely come on later today just to have a longer live. But I am just happy to quickly jump on. I'm going to do some things and then I may show up later. How about that? So Dead Poets Jams, I'm so happy for you. Keep showing up, keep doing it. Whether this app goes away or not, just know that you're beautiful for accomplishing. That's something big. I know that's something big for you. I know. It's been like that for me too. I know. Thank you. Thank you, one. I'm a number one too. I will show up later today. As I said, I've been speaking at events in person. I've been traveling. A lot of these feelings of the death of my father are coming up. And I'm taking time to take care of myself in every moment. So I love you all. I support you all. Keep showing up, and I will see you all later. And I close with these three things. Oh, follow me on YouTube. Hope is Speaking is my YouTube page because I usually go live on both. But regardless of what happens, I would go live on that platform. Follow me here. And let's continue to spread the word. And I close with these three things. Be the reflection of love because we all come from an infinite source of love. Show up. Keep showing up. Dead Poets Jams. Yeah. I'm on YouTube. And I've been going, I have a new webcam that I got up. Yeah, show up, Nia. You were about to say it. And I liked it, Nia. I've seen you've been showing up too. Okay. Great. Marvin, I'm not responding to any more of your BS. I don't care. This isn't a dialogue. This is just me talking. You come on here to talk about this. I don't care. So, Nia, your content, when you share your perspective, is great. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. And I mean, like, when you made the content that says none of this is real, I enjoyed that because it was your perspective. It gives like food for thought. It was something, it was great. Keep doing that. Keep doing that because what I found is people tend to latch on to the opinion. Like sometimes a photo post doesn't really do much, but that, and I've seen you show up, you've had lives, keep doing that. Keep doing that. So show up, continue to show up, because the fact that you show up, and I don't care if no one sees it, you see it. The fact that you see it is enough. The fact that you see it is enough. And give yourself grace. I'm giving myself grace. I've shared this is a really not difficult. It's a character building time for me. It is. So do your best. Forget the rest. And I will see you later. Okay. Love you. Bye.